Yo, 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 what is good? Happy Tuesday, my favorite night to stream. Hope you're all having a wonderful start to your week. Um, Looking forward to chopping it up again tonight, as always. I've just noticed there's a couple of a few of the boys are streaming tonight, so hope they're having a good one. And yeah, looking forward to getting into it, fellas. There's not as much to talk about as there was over the weekend. I'm sure there's going to be some stray overs of people coming in to troll me about JDM getting his fucking ass slapped slash tickled. Um, and I'm all here for it. I deserve a slap. I deserve a beating. And I don't think it's going to be over for a couple of weeks, but hell, I'm here to take it. How you doing, Jesse? What's good, my brother? Um, yeah, pretty crazy start to the week. Got a funny story to, well, not really a funny story to tell you, just a story in general. We're obviously going to look ahead to the card this weekend. I've obviously got the poll running. So the boys turn up, wouldn't mind slapping a like on the video, obviously, and participating in the poll. That would be legendary. But yeah, I hope everyone's having a wonderful week. I've seen Argenti's back. Shout out to him. Musical's on as well. At first I thought they were doing a stream together, but apparently they aren't. So yeah, looking forward to getting into it tonight. As always, it will be whatever goes. Everyone can talk about whatever the fuck they want, assuming anyone turns up, of course. I never assume that's going to happen. But yeah, looking forward to getting to chopping it up as always and getting into whatever comes our way. Yeah. One thing I've realized after last weekend is no matter how fucking stacked a card is, I'm just not going to get any buzz before it anymore. I've made that mistake too many times. I've had enough of it. The GOAT is live. I love it, bro. How you doing, Jesse? You fucking legend. Yeah, so I'm not gonna be going into any cards coming forward with any level of excitement. I'm just going to keep my expectations low and hope for the best. And I'm not going to fall into the trap anymore of seeing a card that looks stacked on paper and then getting excited because it can all come tumbling down. And another thing I obviously realized is when the co-main and main events suck, it really pulls down the card into the asshole of nowhere. So that's an issue as well. But I'm hoping to keep the streak going. Managed to make a nice little bit of money over the weekend. So we're going to keep the train rolling. When I tend to start getting a win under my belt, I tend to get a little bit streaky. So I'm hoping that happens this time out as well. Yeah. It's nice to not be on the losing end every fucking time. Better zip this up and look a little bit zesty. How you doing, Caravaggio? What's good, man? How's life treating you? How's the family? How's work? Same to you, Jesse, by the way. I should have asked you the same question. That was rude of me. But I hope you're both well. It's great to have you here. I'm expecting that this poll is going to be quite divisive, which is why I've kind of put it up in the first place. I'm expecting this one to be all over the place. But mind you, I've been surprised in the past, so we'll see what's up. We'll see what's up. But shout out to everyone. Francis in the Ralphie, bro. Always in the Ralphie. Always in the Ralphie. I'm not really much of a fashionable person, but I go for the comfortable option. You know what I mean? And I'm an old man. I can't really be rocking anything too trendy these days. So the Ralphie's always a safe bet, mate. Got the double Ralphie, obviously the Ralphie T as well. Cheap as chips. You know, shameless. I really should be getting a sponsor from these cunts at this point. Because while I will never monetize, I never will. If some high-end fucking sponsors come out of the woodwork, your boy might have to buy it. But anyway. Dan Hooker will be Arman by 4th round KO, and the UFC will send Arman to the PFL. That would be glorious if that happened, but we're going to see another horrible beating, I'm afraid. I think Arman's going to drag him down and teabag him. That's what I'm expecting. Hey, what's good? Exo Raider and Nish Wright is in the building. How are we doing? There's what's the word? Fuck all, man. I had a bit of a weird one at work yesterday. I got punched in the face. But obviously I'm Irish and hard as nails, so it's not really showing too tough. I got a nice little fucking I got banged right in the face by an 18-year-old. Your boy stood there and smiled, obviously. Nah, mate, all the richest guys wear Ralph sweaters and polo. Is that true? Nobody told me about this. I thought I was slumming it a little bit. I might have to rethink the look. This is just what I've got. How you doing, XR Radar? I'm good, man. Frankie, doing in real live stream at the Apex. You guys really think I've got more money than I do? Only the cream of the crop get invited to or cunts, like cunts who have some kind of social media influence, of which I have none. Frankie has an iron chin. Apparently I've got an iron fucking temple, mate. Because I got caught right there. And I knew the punch was coming, and I just stood there and I didn't duck, I didn't weave, I just let him pop me right in the face. Because the guy was basically going to he was crashing out a little bit. He wanted to beat the shit out of my boss, who is a woman, by the way. And not that I care about her that much, but I'm like, I can't really stand around and have this. And he just fucking popped me. And I just smiled and went, okay. He was basically crashing out over a whole bunch of stuff. He wasn't even mad at me. It was an accumulation of things. He was mad about a series of things throughout the day. And then he wanted to basically beat up one of my colleagues who shut him out of the cafeteria because he was going mad. And then he's gone round the other side, tried to get in that way. So we've all headed him off. And then my boss got in the way. And I decided to stand in between them like a complete fucking mongoloid. Me and the kid are pretty cool. So part of me in my mind was thinking, there's no way he's going to bang me, fucking Chad like me. And I was very much incorrect. And he swung up, took a nice big, I believe it was it was a right hand straight to the temple. And I just stood there and smiled and went, okay. And I think he realized at that moment that follow-up blows weren't really going to have the desired effect. And I think he felt a little bit bad. He had this look in his face like he realized he'd gone too far. Bear in mind, yeah, he got a 2-day suspension for this shit. So that's the Wild West where I work at, mate. You don't even get kicked out of my institution for cracking a teacher in the face. Did you want to blast the kid, Frank? Be honest. Nah, do you know what? I'm kind of cool with the kid and he's going through a lot of stuff. So I didn't want to crack him back. I was just more like surprised. It looked like I had sunburn on the side of my face for about an hour and a half. But I get more Chad points at work. I was getting high-fived. Still getting high fives in the morning this morning. So I was happy just to lap up. And as you can see, no dents on your boy's face. Took it like a champion. But yeah, it's been a while since I've been punched in the face. So it's good to know that I can still take one. Because I'm not the greatest fighter in the world. But your boy can take a fucking beating. Would you crack your boss? Nah, she's not my type. She's a white lady. She's a nice lady, though, to be fair to her. She's cool. Where are you from? Are you fucking trolling me, Jesse? You've been here for ages. You're trying to just make me say the same lines over and over again. But for the people who don't know, Irish Chad lived in the UK. Frankie was aura farming, absolutely. I think everyone was surprised because I kind of get known as like the small guy at work. There's this female that I work with as well that was like, oh, I'm taller than you. I'm taller than you. And then we stood back to back, and I was like a good 3 inches taller. I think because I hunch over quite a bit as well. But it is what it is. Damn Frank the Tank taking shots. B7, by the way, B7, shout out to you and your channel, you fucking legend. If you're not subscribed to B702, give the guy a shot. I don't know if it was like a panel or something you had going, but that shit was hilarious. How far back do I need to go? I've only been on for 9 minutes, cunt. Just put it on 2 times speed. Dang, I bet your boss was moist after seeing that. I don't know. Probably should have asked. I was like, how's it doing down there? How are the panties feeling? Still dry? Maybe something to that effect. But you see, now I've got some nice brownie points going, so I'll take it. Marvin Vittori's chin. Nah, bro. Marvin Vittori temple. I'm not sure how the chin is holding up these days, but the temple definitely held up for sure. So yeah, I didn't really want the kid. I didn't really want the kid to get suspended as well, but you know, 2-day suspension. He'll be back on Thursday, and I'm sure he'll be very apologetic when he comes in. But it is what it is. I've had similar things happen to me at work. I've been like head butted. I've been spat on. I've been spinning elbowed. I've been kneed in the balls. And I've landed no significant strikes during my time at work. So it's like I'm Islam Makhachev in this shit at work. They should call me Islam. They should call me Islam at work. If you could pick any fighter to crack, who would you pick? Oh, Juliana Pena, freebie, Juliana Pena, or Bilal Muhammad. We'll get to him. Masad has joined the chat. How you doing, bro? Meeting on Sunday? We still good for that? When does the John Pork title run start? I'm not too excited about it. To be honest, yeah. He's got no knockdowns. He's got plenty of cheap shots, but no knockdowns. And this guy's supposed to be a Muay Thai champion. That whole video was hilarious, by the way. I think Dylan Dennis came out of that looking fucking brilliant once again. And I have to join the bandwagon of people who are championing this shit when it's supposed to be, you know, a group that is humble, brother, eh? And we don't sort our grievances this way. It made them look a little bit weak, to be honest. And then the Conor McGregor comments of, always grows in numbers kind of came back to me as well. Frank got a classroom of baby John Joneses. The spinning elbow, funnily enough, was a girl. She didn't know that I was behind her, and she was crashing out about something and just turned around and just went bow. It was more like a back elbow than a spinning elbow. I kind of hyped it a little bit. What do you teach? I teach English literature at university. And to be perfectly blunt, the entire institution is filled with complete fucking mongoloids. He teaches Middle Eastern history. Exactly. And this is why I get so much hatred from that particular group. You slender British broke. How are you? I'm good, man. You fat legend. I'm amazing. I don't like, to be honest. Yeah, my ear was ringing a little bit until today, but I'm back on the mend. I'm feeling good. Took the shot like a Chad. I'm now 0-7. I'm now 0-7 at my job because technically they outstruck me, so I lost by decision, but no knockdowns. So your boy still got that record. Frankie can take a punch from John Pork if it's at the back of the head, 100%, because his shots from the back of the head have proven to be very unproductive. Just for your safety, please wear a mask so no student can find your live and does something horrible, bro. Nah, I'm good, man. Like I said, the thing is, if my university ever find out about my live stream, I'm fully gonna get fired, but I'm prepared for that. It's all good. I didn't really want to take the job to begin with, and also I got promoted on Monday morning as well. So, he's a human rights specialist. That's exactly what it is. I'm an undercover human rights specialist. All this shit that I've been talking about, how I hate all human beings in all forms, it's just a ruse. When will I be mod? You're on 3-month fucking probation, cunt. Feel like a lot of people are overlooking Bilal. I think he has a decent chance to beat Gary. I've been saying this as well. I don't think he beats Gary, but I do think it's going to be a much closer fight than people are expecting. However, the one issue that I've got with it is Bilal obviously took an absolute thumping. You got an absolute thumping from JDM in the last one, whereas Ian Gary seems to be improving every single time. If Ian Gary goes out there and beats the fuck out of him, he puts himself up to the top. Jesse, the books are closed, bruh. Keep grinding, bruh. One day they'll be open again. What MMA fighter is the most aura? Oh, man, right now, Ilya. It's Ilya, man. Ilya is just farming aura like a motherfucker. Thank you very much, Masada. I appreciate it. It feels weird calling you that, but that's the name you've chosen. That's what we're going to go with. Go on, Frank. Nice one on the promotion. To be honest, when I got, they sent it to me by email, yeah. I was literally like, I wasn't excited as I was kind of expected to be. I was kind of like, oh, cool. Because now the hard work's going to begin. I already kind of get paid enough. So now I've just got more work to do and kind of a little bit of extra money. The amount of money I'm going to get paid isn't equal to the amount of work that I'm going to have to do, which is the same in probably most professions, including corn. Good evening, Frankie. McTominay scored a goal of the century. I heard about it. Overhead kick, yeah, 3rd minute. I hope Scotland hold on and get that done. Rob's neighbor, I'm not a queer for having a Tesla. Do you have a Tesla? Oh, yeah, you do. You mentioned it in Rob's stream the other day. Or sorry, Kerry's stream the other day. Can mod be my Christmas present? Is that 3 months away, cunt? It's counting hard, cunt. Maybe as a New Year's gift. We'll see how you do. All time, it's Crow Cop. What you mean for Crow Cop mogged? You mean for knockout of the... Ian Gary improves after watching his wife do it. That's how he does it. Like, he watches his wife get fucking drilled out by another dude, and he just levels up. It's like how... I'm going to make another Dragon Ball Z reference here. Right now, he's at like Super Saiyan 500. He needs to get to Super Saiyan 1000 before he can win a title. So his wife has to put those fucking hours in and get those dicks in. Do you know what I mean? Cheds, I overturned Rob's neighbor's ruling. It's officially done then, I guess. I'm not really a Tesla guy. I'm not really an electric car guy. I don't think that they've really figured it out yet. Head of department. I like that it says head of. I've always felt like that. I've needed that in my title. Crow Cop had the most aura, or maybe... No, but I thought you were talking about right now. If you're talking about of all time, that's fucking hard, man. Because as much as I hated Izzy, he kind of had aura for a little while. Until he got whooped. Yeah. Anyway, sorry, I'm all over the place today. Mossad is the Israeli version of the CIA. I know. I said Sunday meeting, bro. We're still on. I've been accused of being Mossad several times. It's hurtful. Don't know how they found out. Frank, have you seen the Nintendo released a set of photos for the Zelda movie? Zelda and Link both look incredible. Does it? Who's playing Link? Is it Tom Holland? Is that real? I thought that was a CGI thing. I thought that was complete nonsense. It's like that Mortal Kombat movie. They've released a trailer for it, and I thought that was AI. It looks so shit. I thought it was unreal. I didn't think it was... I don't believe anything I see anymore. AI has just fucked up my whole like perspective. No chance, Vamos. Izzy had no aura. Anderson Silva had incredible aura. Until his leg got snapped in half. There's always a moment when it always just fucking dies. You know, it dies a painful, slow death. No, not Tom Holland. Who's playing Link then? Alex Pereira has incredible aura, but his aura's kind of gone up and down. It's like when he got like, you know, thrown around by well, not thrown around, but when he got beaten by Ankalaev, he kind of disappeared off the scene for a while. He had like low peen energy, but he came back with a bang. So he's definitely... I mean, he's not... I mean, you're right. It's definitely him because it's the way he wins with the whole like... Would you like to act in a movie? I'd be a terrible actor. I'd be a terrible actor. I don't think I could take it seriously. Telling it whether people like it or not, you are the best. I really appreciate that, man. God damn, I need this, man, after yesterday. Getting banged in the face and having no agency to do anything about it. Christopher Nolan's Odyssey looks terrible. I can already feel my balls turning blue. Christopher Nolan, like I said, he's too convoluted for my taste. He makes things far too complicated than they need to be. I don't want to go into a movie needing to do homework afterwards. Fuck that. Some new unknown actors, but he looks incredible. Straight from Twilight Princess Link. That sounds dope. I'm going to watch it. Hopefully they don't ruin the whole franchise. But to be fair, Nintendo don't really make a lot of mistakes. You know? Their games are usually top tier when they produce them. And the Mario movie was pretty great. I think they've got a sequel for that coming out as well. So I'm sure the Zelda movie is going to be amazing as well. He left to Aura Farm hard, then came back. Yeah, he was Aura Farming behind the scenes and came back better than ever. Who's overrated? Who's overrated right now? By the way, boys, if you could do your lad a favor, smash that like button. It's free to do. And also, if you wouldn't mind voting on the old poll, I'll love you long time as well. Right now, Hooker and Gary are leading the poll, which is this is a very, very hard one for me, especially in the co-main, because I fucking hate Ian Gary and I fucking hate Bilal Muhammad. So this is really hard. What would have happened if you had cracked back on the kid? I would have got fired. 100%. 100% would have got fired. Because all of our kids here have some kind of issues. Like they're either really rich, so you can't do anything to them, or they have like, you know, childhood issues and shit like that. Lamb chop or steak, Frankie? That's a harder question than you think, you know. I would have to go... Argentinian steak for me is the goated meat of all time. But I think lamb chops are more consistent because you can get terrible steaks that aren't cooked well. Whereas I genuinely think lamb is better meat than beef. I'm sorry, you're gonna fucking have to judge me for that, but lamb is amazing. Best Pokemon game, Pokemon Yellow, the original. Love that shit. Mind you, I haven't really played too much of the new ones because I'm not 7. Would there have been charges on you too? Nah, I would have got fired. I would have just got fired because no, ribeye steak is a fucking is an amateur answer, Cheddarhead. You have to get specific with that shit. If you haven't tried Argentinian steak, it is the goat. It's unbelievable. Nintendo and Miyamoto-san are all over this movie. It will be incredible. Directed by Wes Ball, director of New Planet of the Apes. I haven't seen any of the New Planet of the Apes, but I heard they were very well received, so fair play. Irish beef is world class, but yeah, lamb chop is seriously underrated, heavily underrated. I've never really had rank lamb before. Every time I've had lamb, I've been like, it's just a juicier fucking meat. You're coming after my heart with that pick. Where do you rate pork? I do like pork. The thing is, you can't fuck with an English breakfast unless you've got pork. But to be honest, I mostly fuck with it for the sausages, not really for the the pork joint, which sometimes can be good. But pork joints, I can't believe I'm talking about this. You fuckers really will talk about anything. Sometimes comes out a little bit too dry for my taste. You need somebody who really knows what the fuck they're doing to get a pork shank right. You started streaming after 2:30. I have classes, mate. Try to understand. I'm sorry, Monarch, but I've got a life as well, and I don't get paid for this. I basically come home, take care of my kid, do a little bit of work, and then bam, I'm online and I still got to fit in my 7 hours, which I'm lucky if I get. But shout out to you, Bodhi. Shout out to Monarch. Thank you for turning up. Sorry to all the subscribers that are in that part of the world. I'm really trying to do better, but I've just got no time. I don't like barbecue ribs. And the Americans are kind of come at me for that, but you can suck my wiener, sir. Frankie, did you know that lamb needs to be grass-fed? Otherwise, it tastes like shit. I did know that. I didn't know that. Do you think Kamaru should take the fight with Islam with his injury, or should he wait until his knee grows back? The end, to be perfectly honest, mate, I think he should fuck off to the back of the queue where he belongs. He's won 1 in 4 fights, and the fact that Islam is mentioning him is disgusting. Obviously, it's because he's one of, what's his face? Abdulaziz's little fucking stable boys. They're trying to get their boy paid. He shouldn't even be in the conversation. There's about 5 guys that are ahead of Kamaru Usman. Who did you think did 9/11? Don't know, man. I wasn't there. I wasn't there when they were planning it. This is turning me on. You fat cunt. You fat cunt. I love it. Have you got any more like low 0-calorie fucking dishes to recommend us? Like those donuts you fucking gaslit on us. This means war, Frankie. What's war? Because of the ribs. Man, fuck ribs. Ribs are peasant food. Oh, he got you with the Negroes thing. No, but Negro is not a racial slander. So we're fine. You got me. You got me. That one slipped under the radar. Well played. Bumming goats causes heart attacks. Are you talking from experience? Frankie orchestrated 9/11. I absolutely did not. I swear to God I wasn't there. I've got an alibi. Can't remember what the alibi was. But back to fucking ribs. Ribs is peasant food, you peasant. Get some real meat in your system. Pay the money for a proper steak or a proper lamb chop, you fucking cheap cunt. I don't deserve this slander just because they don't make 0-calorie Boston cream donuts and they don't exist, Cheddarhead. They do not exist, you fat legend. And this is why you keep getting rounder and rounder, my friend. Cut it out. The way you responded to it as well, I've never laughed so hard on stream. It was extremely funny. I'm offended. By the way, Michael Morales is gay, right? I mean, is this like true, official UFC law? He's a bender, right? Not that there's anything wrong with that. Why would anyone root for Armin? Nobody would. I'm amazed yet that the Tsarukyan one is so high. I'm very surprised by that. But we know who's rooting for fucking Armin. We've got some sneaky little towels in the fucking chat. Sneaky little towels turning up in Fight Night Frankie's stream. How dare you? Like and subscribe, towels. I love you. Armin is gay. He's definitely not gay. I would put him into more the simp category. The Nina drama simping was really, really disappointing to see because I thought he was a Chad, but apparently not. I'm offended because of ribs. Mate, ribs are all fucking bone, mate. What are you doing? You have to work hard to get any meat from it. I don't like working for my protein. My cardiovascular health is impeccable. I was just joking, Caravaggio. I would never accuse you of goat fucking. You would never do anything like that. Americans are obese. Don't even listen to their food takes. I'm going to be real. Whenever I go to America, no matter how long I go for, I always gain like minimum of a stone. It's crazy. You guys put sugar in everything. Americans eat powdered eggs. What the fuck? Just buy real eggs. If you want amazing scrambled eggs, yeah, look no further than the GOAT, Gordon Ramsay. I tried his scrambled egg recipe a couple of years ago and I haven't gone back. It's amazing. You know, just look up Gordon Ramsay scrambled eggs. It will change your life if you're an egg fan, which let's face it, all of us are. Lobster was peasant food until Jarl's Queen ate that crap. Sea insect, then it became the most expensive meat. That's how it goes, though. You just need somebody rich and powerful to down your horrible sludge, and then it becomes amazing. It's the same with a lot of stuff. There's a reason Michael's nickname is Lackin, for real. He's a cuck. No, Gary's the cuck. Tsarukyan is a simp. We need to make sure that we're not just throwing these terms around recklessly, because then they lose all meaning. Armin is a little cuck. He's definitely a simp. No cucking accusations have come out at all. So we have to be fair with our insults here and with our categorizing. There is a traditional tribal style mutton here. It's made of special see, mutton, this is what makes me really crazy about sheep meat in general. Lamb is fucking amazing. Mutton is literal slop. Yeah, dumb Americans. Damn right. Nope, I hate eggs. Get the fuck out of my chat. Eggs are a necessary staple, mate. I'm joking. Stay, I love you. Yeah, bro, I love that Gordon egg recipe. It's amazing. It changed my life because I fucking love eggs. I love eating them. I love inseminating them. It's just the whole egg thing for me is just never shit on eggs. I'm an American and I don't eat dirty powdered eggs. I've never fucked with a powdered egg, but it sounds terrible. Mate, Ramsey is not the GOAT. Marco Pierre taught him everything. I'm not sure if he taught him the eggs though, but if he did, fair enough. Marco Pierre Van White was the teacher. I also love beef liver. What about you, Frankie? I'm not a big liver man, I'll be honest. It's a bit too trite for me, but I understand why people fuck with it. It's a bit too rich for me. And it feels too Hannibal Lecter for my take. But I get why people fuck with it. I eat 6 eggs every morning. You probably shouldn't be eating that many, but it's fine. It depends on how you prepare them. Frankie likes his eggs fertilized every time. Shoot to kill, sir. Shoot to hit the target. Have you even went for a hunt? I've never hunted before. Do I look like I've been on a hunt? Get fucking real, sir. I appreciate the fact that you thought it might even be a possibility, though. Why do Americans love grilled cheese? I mean, if it's on the make you a fat cunt as quickly as possible, Americans will sign up for anything. See what I mean? I love grilled cheese. Straight there. Straight into that. And American cheese is disgusting. Civilized society, my ass. You can't even get cheese right. You should be ashamed of yourselves. I eat a dozen eggs a day sometimes, but how do you eat them? This is very, very important. I myself am partial to a poached egg or a... Is this what we're doing tonight? Fucking hell. At least we're not talking about cocks. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, scrambled eggs and they have to be done right. You know, have to be softly done. And there must be a yolk involved at some point. What else was I saying? And yeah, eggs in general. Or poached, sorry, that's what I meant. Poached eggs. Because then you guarantee that fucking spectacular yolk. Because grilled cheese is fucking delicious. I mean, it is fucking delicious, but there's better ways of getting it done. I'm going to transition so I can fight Wei Li. How big are you, though? Vamos, when you realize that Americans are an amalgamation of European peasants, everything begins to make sense. It does, and you've never admitted it. Still an early stoppage. Eggs is literally nature's multivitamin. Exactly. Exactly. Don't talk badly about eggs. We used to go for a hunt after being 16. Damn, mate, you look tough. I've never been told that I look tough before. This is quite a nice moment for me. Gouda or cheddar cheese? I don't really care for either. I mean, I'd probably go for cheddar cheese, to be honest. Gouda's all right. Why always change it up? Soft boiled is my favorite. You really are a British cunt, aren't you? Should JDM get rhinoplasty? Nah, there's no point. He should wait until his career is over. 5'6", 130 pounds. Yeah, she'd fuck you up, bro. Don't waste your time. Frankie, is it true the only time you clean your teeth, your skeleton is when... Huh? Frankie, is it true the only time you brush your hand skeleton is when you brush your teeth? I don't know what that means. Can you explain that in a different way that doesn't confuse me? Have you used the pouchy sleeves to make poached eggs? No. What the fuck is that? I don't make my own poached eggs. Please. Next year, I'll probably tell me a baked mac and cheese is anything but... No, mac and cheese is amazing. I had mac and cheese yesterday. Mac and cheese is amazing. But again, it has to be a little bit, not burnt on the top, but, crispy on the top, or else get the fuck out of it. It's just sludge at that point. How good is Volk with a full camp? He's top 5. The whole fucking thing has changed now. Anderson Silva has been bumped out of the top 5. He's been bumped out of the top 5. Bro, no one talk about actual shit here. We just fuck around and you enjoy. Aren't we supposed to discuss MMA? There's only so much MMA we can talk about before it gets fucking boring. If the people want to talk about eggs and fucking sausage, let them have at it. I want to get beat up by Wei. Oh, now we're talking. Now we're answering a different question. Scissor lock by Wei. Sign me up. She looked. I don't know what it was here, but she looked way more attractive to me getting mogged by that fucking beast. Was just watching Dom Cruz podcast. He had TJ Dillashaw as a guest. Fucking hell, that must have been amazing. That must have been amazing. I've got to check that out. Were there any highlights? Frankie, is it true the only time you clean your skeleton is when you brush your teeth? Well, yeah. I assume so. I mean, yeah. I'm not a scientist. Mac and cheese is a fake, trashy lasagna ripoff. You shut your mouth, sir. I'm going to be real, yeah. I don't really like lasagna because I'm not really a big fan of tomato puree. Because it's basically tomato puree, mince, and cheese, right? I'm not a big fan of tomato puree. I mean, I could down a lasagna if I was desperate, but you guys are really fucking hungry tonight. What's going on? You know what's up? Mac and cheese with a crust is what I meant. I was talking about being burnt and crispy. What I meant was it needs a crust, mate. Tone K, one of his DEI students punched his face. I did. I got punched right in the... Well, it wasn't really my face. It was my temple. Frankie, just because you keep making the absurd claim Anderson isn't top 5 anymore doesn't make it true. I am the only opinion that matters. It starts and ends here, cunt. All right? Now, I give him top 5, but it bumps Volk out of the top 5 anyway. Sadly. I only watched 10 minutes, but apparently he makes an EPO joke. To be fair, TJ Dillashaw is if you want a definition for the term based, it's TJ Dillashaw. How you doing, Yoda? What's good, man? My day's all right. I got fucking punched in the face yesterday, but I'm doing good. Or punched in the temple. That skeleton shit is of Aurora's, that singer. Frankie is on the cusp of greatness. Oh, Betty, you always find a way to give me a backhanded compliment. The problem with lasagna is the noodle texture. I like does it have pasta on it as well? Oh, I forgot about that. I've never made one from scratch, so... Oh, yeah, it does have... But shout out to you, Tone K. Hope you're doing well, brother. It is the perfect example of not every pasta needs red sauce. 100%. Frankie, when are you going to pin testosterone? You mean, when am I going to start taking testosterone? It's over for me, man. I'm too old. I mean, I could do a TRT experiment, I guess, at some point. What did you do to deserve a punch? Did your student give you a hard time? I kind of told the story at the beginning of the stream, but long story short, this student was crashing out on everybody, and he was going to punch my boss in the face, who was a woman. And I decided just to like stand in the way, and just let him smack me right in the temple. I took it like a fucking man. Hot take: Crow Cop would mog Alex Pereira. No, he wouldn't. He wouldn't. The evolution of the game has been too strong now. Crow Cop was amazing, but no, he lost to Brendan fucking Shaw, mate. If you're talking prime Crow Cop, yeah, he would be competitive, but yeah. I don't think any version of Crow Cop would beat Alex Pereira, if I'm being real. What happened to the student? He got suspended for 2 days. Only 2 days. But I didn't really want him to get suspended at all. He's been having some trouble at home and stuff. There was a whole backstory. But I definitely didn't deserve it. Who says chivalry is dead? I mean, I'm not trying to fuck the bitch. I mean, sorry, I'm not trying to fuck the woman. Damn. I need to be careful in case my stream does get found. She's not a bitch. That's just my very gentle way of calling a female. Like the stream. Definitely like the stream. I'm telling you all my personal stories. I think I deserve that fucking like button to get fucking slapped like I did. What's your top 5 favorite fighters of all time? Wow. Top 5. I would go with Manel Cap. It's still Drickus, despite the mogging he got. I would go with Anderson Silva. Got to have Conor McGregor in there as well, if I'm being honest with myself. And Yuri Prohaska. Mighty Mouse isn't in the top 5. He is the top 5, mate. He's number 1. Do you think you could eat Prates' left hook in the temple like the Magny fight? No. I'd shit my pants and die. Do you think if Islam beats Ilya, he will be the GOAT? 100%. Yeah, I think he's 4th right now. So for me, as much as I hate to admit it, Islam is now on GOAT Mountain. I've got John Jones, Mighty Mouse, GSP, Makachev. And if Makachev beats Ilya, he's number 1. It's game over. Manel Cap, the GOAT, 100%. I can't wait for Manel Cap to get back on the road to victory. He's suffering from concussion, miss. He didn't mean it. Exactly. Concussion. I don't mean what I say. I'm not going to sue. I'm not going to take any action against the uni. Let me have that one bitch comment, just in case she does watch this. Thank you. This is what I'm saying. Wingman. Cowboy was such a fun fighter. Every card he was on, if you have Cowboy in your top 5, I don't blame you. He was amazing, and he was always pulling a rabbit out of a hat. And you let him go. I mean, you really had your hands in control. I mean, I just stood there. I took the bang, smiled, and went. In fact, I don't think it was okay. I think I went, all right then. All right. And my ear was like ringing. But I feel better now, and I definitely gained some Chad points at work. One word competition. What's it based on? We have to make the rules a little bit more specific. Most hated is 100% John Jones. I've made shorts about this numerous times. I need to see John Jones get banged out so hard that we think he's dead. We think he's died. And I've said this before. And then the next day we find out that he's just in a coma. That's how much I hate John Jones. Top 3 fighters you hate the most. Juliana Pena, Bilal Muhammad, John Jones. Bam. Easy. Cat versus Roy Val is the last fight of the year. I know, and it's beautiful. And I unfortunately think Roy Val's going to beat him because Roy Val's actually fucking good. Was the student a person of color, Frankie? No, it was a white kid. I think Bilal is just a femboy. A femboy. He's a lot of things, but femboy is a bit harsh. Again, we've got to be careful with our categorizations. Do you know what I mean? Hang on a second. Wait, why the hate? I hate Bilal because he's cringy and fucking boring. I hate Juliana Pena because she's an insufferable, delusional cunt who's ugly as fuck, and I wouldn't put my dick anywhere near. Who was the other one? John Jones is just I don't really have to explain about John Jones. He knows Tom and Ngannou would kill him. John Jones, yeah, he's a coward as well. He's a coward. He's a liar. He's sexually ambivalent. which again is not wrong. Just own it. I really want Jake Paul to knock AJ out. I mean, it would be hilarious. I don't really care about AJ. I know because you hear the British voice, you think I'm up AJ's asshole. Not this cat. No way. I think AJ's cringe as well. And I do want to see him get chinned out. However, Jake Paul needs to get flatlined as well. Because if he wins and then he hasn't taken a serious fight in his entire fucking life, and if he wins, it's gonna look bad. But then it would make Francis Ngannou look bad and AJ look bad. So I think it would be kind of funny. And I think he's got balls of steel going in there. So I can't help but not hate him for that. If this really happens, which I'm still not convinced it will, but if it does, fair play to him. At least he's got balls on him. Dumb as fuck, but at least has balls on him. If Shavkat can hold Gary against the fence, so can Bilal if he fights with a brain this time. I think that I think this is going to be a tough fight for both men. The only reason why I think it could end up being a wash for Gary is because, like I said, every time you see the man fights, he improves. He dedicates a lot of time to the game. And Bilal just got his fucking ass whooped not that long ago. So, and he's old as well. So I think Ian Gary might fuck him up, shuck the takedowns off, and just beat his ass. Jones's essays, sexual assaults the homeless men of Albuquerque, no bueno. He definitely does that. He was when he's been caught by the police a couple of times, he's definitely been out on the prowl, 100%. John Jones got a boner from Hasbula, so yeah, that's pretty weird. Yeah, he was bricked the fuck up. That was a disgrace. I'm amazed he didn't get more backlash for that. AJ showed his true colors during the BLM riots. Fuck that guy. What did he do during the BLM riot? I mean, not that I care. If Paul wins, Usyk is next. Imagine. Imagine. Oh, yeet, mate. How you doing? Yep. You seriously believe AJ versus Jake Paul would actually happen? Joe, I do believe it's going to happen because he tried to take on Tank because he needs a certain amount of views from Netflix. He needs them. Netflix buy a certain amount of views and he needs them in order to keep this train running. So obviously when Tank fell through, he's got a month to go. Who's he going to get in that can guarantee? It's not going to be Nate Diaz because Nate Diaz wouldn't have got enough. We've already seen that happen. He needed a big name on the dockets, and now he's got to take a risk. And it's going to be hilarious. Let me guess, you like Tom Aspinall? Not really. I don't like his personality. I think he's a very good fighter, but personality-wise, I find him fucking cringe as well. Ian Gary will probably poke Bilal's decent eye. The other one is due a poking. Keep Hasbula away from Jones. Damn, that was embarrassing. It was extremely embarrassing. But was anyone surprised? Was anyone... I think the reason why John Jones got away with it is because he's done so many fucked up things in his career that it was just kind of another thing. He's almost made himself immune to debauchery at this point. I think Bilal's style is made for longevity. You see those grappling heavy guys stick around for a while. Raoni, Bilal, Sabatini. I can get with that take. I really do. But the thing is, yeah, as much of an embarrassing cuck as Ian Gary is, he's a very, very good fighter. He's very good. I don't want him to be Irish anymore. I'm happy to sign whatever paperwork needs to be signed, sign a petition, whatever needs to be done. Ian Gary is an embarrassment to my people. However, the fucker can fight. Boycott white businesses, he said. AJ is a racist rat. Yeah, fuck that cunt then. I hope Jake Paul sleeps his ass. I'm on your team now, sir. You've got my vote. I think Usyk would genuinely fight Paul if he beats AJ. I don't think Usyk would entertain it. Usyk is a serious fucker. But Usyk has kind of run out of options as well. Like if Jake Paul sleeps Anthony Joshua in round 1, or sleeps him in general, it might happen. It might happen. Oh, I fucking hate this timeline. We are in the worst fucking dimension. Facts, Joe. He's a racist. Yeah, fuck him. Fuck that guy. I bet he doesn't mind dicking down white bitches, though. He looks like the type. Okay, good night, Frankie. Enjoy the rest of your night. XO Radar, thank you so much for turning up, you absolute beauty. I appreciate you. Hope you're well. Have a wonderful evening yourself. I'm only going to be on for another 45 minutes anyway, because I came on way too late tonight. I think Bilal just didn't fight with a brain against JDM. He didn't go wrestling heavy until the 4th, but JDM put damage on him by then. I agree with that. I think Bilal genuinely thinks he's got Canelo hands. He's that much of a dumb cunt. So yeah, I kind of agree with that. How you doing, Northwest? What's good, man? Hope you're doing well, sir. Subscribe to Northwest 45, a genuine homeless YouTuber who needs your support and actually does really good, insightful live streams. So shout out to my boy. Give the guy a sub. And if you're feeling generous tonight, maybe send the guy a few bucks. Every dollar matters. But yeah, I agree with you, BBC Junior, 100%. I think he did fight dumb, but it was again. It's like it's his thing though, isn't it? He thinks he's got hands. He doesn't. He doesn't. He's a wrestler. He's a wrestler. Saying he's got Canelo hands is just really. He was going to come unstuck sooner or later. I think he will go. I think he will go very grappling heavy against Ian Gary. But Ian Gary's got really good sprawls and really good takedown defense. Give me 1 second. Literally 1 second. Does Prates save welterweight from Islam? I don't think it's going to be Prates. I think it's going to be our resident fruitcake, Michael Morales. He looks what he did to Sean Brady was way more impressive than what Prates did to Leon Edwards. Leon Edwards been cooked. But Sean Brady is actually a monster. And he made him look shit. He beat his ass. Michael Morales was in no danger for that entire fight. I like the fact that he seems to have a very high IQ as well. He went in there, kept the low stance, picked him at range, waited for his opening, and then fucking ironed him out. And it was gorgeous. I think Michael Morales, with his size, with his wrestling takedown, and with his fucking straight rights, I think he would cause Islam a serious problem. However, Islam is never going to fight him. He will fight Usman. This is what's going to happen. Islam's going to fight Usman in March, April next year. Then he'll bully Ilya into coming up to 170. Then he'll beat him and then retire. That's what I'm predicting. You heard it here first. Nice job, man. All the best. Love your positive energy. Appreciate that, tech boys. Considering I'm riding on no sleep, I'm basically I'm running on fumes right now. I have a message from Valhalla. You need to stop watching porn. I don't watch porn. Nobody believes that. Morales might KO Islam, but I think Islam will avoid him. I agree with you 100% Northwest, which is what that rant was all about. Why is your GameCube propped up all weird like that in your case? So it's on like a little stand. It's on like a corner stand. I got it 3D printed. It felt like the only way to do it. Because, because of the fact that it's so wide, I would have had to get like a wide, it just didn't work. It's like with the N64 one, it's kind of propped up on it. Anyway, I'm divulging. Agreed, Islam. I think Islam will have two. I think it will be Usman, and then it'll go, I beat the welterweight GOAT, even though he's not. And then it will be, I beat Islam, who's on a tear, and then he'll fuck off. I think that's exactly what he's going to do. Dagestanis don't stick around longer than they have to. They just don't. Because as inbred as they are, this is what I don't understand about the Dagestanis have got inbreeding down to a fine art. Because they get all the genetic advantages, the freakish strength, but then they're not that retarded. The fight IQs and the game planning is top notch, and you got to give it to them. They know exactly what they're doing. Do you fight? Nah, I kind of get punched and then I just absorb the Chad aura energy from it. I feel bad for Brady, man. I kind of do, because you know what, yeah? Props to Brady for taking a fight against such a dangerous opponent who was way lower ranked than he was. But he was probably given an ultimatum. Take this fight or join the back of the queue. Usman genuinely gives Islam problems. It's just that Islam is going to spam leg kick, and I don't think this... Usman is amazing, don't get me wrong. But he doesn't deserve the title fight. He's lost 3 of his last 4. You can't justify giving him a title fight. You just can't. It's a joke, mate. Arabs rain money on the Daggies. True. He is 34 and he will retire at 30. I reckon 35, 36. He definitely doesn't go longer than that. And it's only because he doesn't fight that much. I think he'll fight twice next year. I think it will be, like I said, Usman in March, April. And then it will be Ilya at Madison Square Garden in November of next year. Assuming that Ilya can win his next couple fights, which I believe he will. Name the 50 states of the USA. No. What is your condition? Undiagnosed. Could be autism, could be Asperger's. I don't know. Never been diagnosed, and you don't have it if you don't get it confirmed. And what do you mean? Why are you suggesting this? Usman is 38. He is. I think he was talking about Islam. They should do Brady versus Leon. They've already done that. Oh, Brady versus Usman. They should. It should be Brady versus Usman. The problem is Brady's coming off a loss and Usman's coming off a win, so they're not going to do that. We should get Usman versus Shavkat. That's what we need to get, boys. Listen, mate, I think I'll be gone for a long time, but I will always remember your advice you gave me. Extreme times ahead of me. You are a good man. Goodbye. Monarch, I hope I see you again in a not too distant future, whatever you're going through. I hope you get through it really strongly. You've been a really good chat member. And I hope that life brings you every success that you deserve. You seem like a really solid dude, and thanks for being such a loyal subscriber. I hope I'll see you again in the not too distant future. Take it easy, bro. I want Hooker to win. Arman will win. Arman's definitely going to win. This is a matchup made in heaven for him. How you doing, Argenti? Welcome back to the fold, sir. Dagestanis rarely deter from their game plan. That's their best attributes. Everyone knows what they're going to do, but they still win. And it's impressive. You have to give it to them. As painful as it was to watch, I always blame the opponent. I'm one of the biggest fucking Dricus Duplessis nut riders in existence, and I fully blamed him. Sorry, I can't type. Shavkat versus JDM. I don't think that's going to happen either, because again, Shavkat's undefeated. JDM's just lost. I can't see them doing that either. It would be a great fight. I'd love to see it. I'm more leaning on, I think they do Shavkat versus Brady. Purple Aki lad. Shout out to you, Josh Gee. What's good, man? Shavkat definitely needs one more win. He needs one more win, but he needs it against someone who's winning. I think they could do Shavkat versus Michael Morales, because they clearly don't give a fuck about Shavkat. So they do Shavkat and Morales. You get a guaranteed contender from that fight. And then we move on. And then you kind of got Gary, because Gary's not going to fight Michael Morales. He's way too smart for that. And Gary will ride off the Bilal wins if he wins on Saturday night. If he wins on Saturday night. It was a repeat of Hamzat versus DDP. Yeah, pretty much. Why? American accent is the real authentic Rhodic accent. Non-Rhodic British accent is later on built up. The former British accent was Rhodic. Current one is non-Rhodic. Oh, okay. Thank. It's true. Frankie rides Drickus dick. Do you want me to start getting into your dick riding, mate? Because we can go band for band on dick riding. Hamzat was training with Satiev. How can DDP compete with that? Dana needs to start paying the white fighters a living wage, for fuck's sake. Huh. Shavkat is still injured. They'll do Prates versus JDM and Morales, but they won't do Morales versus Gary. Gary's not going to fight him. I'm telling you now. Gary's too smart for that. Potter, have you seen Harry Potter? How you doing, Michael Knight? Well, of course I have. Read all the books as well. Did you mod your GameCube to play? Nah, I use an emulator for that. I don't fuck with any of my original consoles. Uncut dick riding, 100%. Uncut all day. Bareback dick riding. Bareback dick riding all day. Shameless shit. Goes off SD. No, I know how it works, but I've got an emulator for that, so I don't really need to fuck up my. The only mod I've ever had is a modded PlayStation 1, and they were amazing. You could play like burned games on them. Beautiful. Let's go band for band on dick riding. I can take it. All right, we'll go band for band next time. I don't have the energy to go through all the countless dicks you fucking ridden on you fucking fruitcake. Shout out to you, by the way. Welcome back to live streaming, man. You were missed for the week that you were gone. Hang on a second. Just taking care of a few work things. Uncut is the best. Well, yeah. I'm glad you approve. Is the upper class accent is this the upper class accent that's coming out of your mouth? Absolutely not, mate. Dirty Southwest London. This would be considered it's not really a commoner accent, but it's not far off, because I know how to pronounce my fucking words. But it's a commoner accent with good pronunciation. My game's tight. I have to speak correctly because my job requires it. Michael is either a child or a Filipino. Should I ban? No, Michael's cool, man. He was here yesterday. Good lad. He's Wait, Michael, you're not younger than 18, are you? But yeah, glad to have you back, Argenti, man. We need to get the live streams going again. Michael is liked here. He was on yesterday, and he was a very not yesterday on Sunday, and he was a very enjoyable chat member. London, I thought that's a Scottish accent. I'm American, by the way. They are all so fucking different. All of our accents are all over the shop. We're as goddamn diverse as it can get. We need to make sure you're over 18 because under 18s get fucking banned quick time. No nonsense in this chat. How you doing, Mike's Progression? No nonsense and no grooming. That's the only fucking community rule we've got. Do you like the American accent? And what accent do you hate the most? Oh, accent I hate the most. Fuck, that's tough. Indian. I'm sorry. It is though, innit? It's fucking Indian. It's Indian. Know what I'm saying? Oh, really? Whore. Okay, come with me. Michael, it looks like you've got a friend. Isn't 16 the legal age in the UK? Yeah, 100%. But it's weird, yeah, because you're allowed to fuck at 16, but you're not allowed to smoke and drink until you're 21. Fight Night Frankie, how you doing, Manthan? What's good, man? Yeah, Michael's gay. We've got like a few gay subscribers, unsurprisingly. Unsurprisingly, they're like a moth to the flame. There's something about me that just attracts gay subscribers. What can I say? And I've got all the time in the world for it. Like I said, we need diversity up in here. We do. We've got mixed martial artist, and now we've got our boy Michael Nightwolf. So shout out to you. Jewish accent is so whiny, like nails on a chalkboard. I'm not sure. I can't really think of the Jewish accent off the top of my head. Hey, no, that's Italian. This is why I don't do accents off the cuff. Some states in the US is 16 too, 18 in my state. I don't really get how that works. That's mad. I mean, I don't know what the right age of consent is, but it definitely should not be under 16. I know that much. I don't think you should really be allowed to fuck unless you can deal with the consequences. Morales is zesty but ain't gay. Same with Talbot. I reckon Talbot could be taking a pipe or two. But we agree that Jordan Levitt and Chase Hooper are definitely, you know. Jones is a closeted gay. He's not even closeted at this point. He's not even closeted. It's just unspoken. That's more what that is. Ben Shapiro. I wonder what Ben Shapiro's take on that situation is. Yeah, Jones did have a hard on for Hasbullah. And this is the thing. Hasbullah is so fucking... That Hasbullah incident. John Jones, I said this earlier. John Jones is so immune. He's done so many fucked up things that he can pretty much do anything and get away with it. He's cracked the system. Should little penis guys be allowed to go near women? Listen, Rock, it's not our problem. It's their fucking problem. It's like what Bernie Mac used to say. I got mine, you better get yours. And that's all I'm going to say about that. John Jones' closet got torn down. Absolutely. It got burned to a crisp, mate. I like brown supremacists. They be coming to the UK and buying out everything, including the roads, and then naming them. White supremacists crying at the corner, but they can't keep up with the brown IQ. Let's not talk about brown brains versus white brains. I don't want to get into this. I don't believe that's literally a thing. However, this is true. Like, what the problem that British flag wavers do have at the moment is that minorities don't just come to the country. They take over areas and then force their culture on that entire area. It's fucking genius. And shout out to them. I just farted in my Uber. That is a crime, sir. It's like people who fart in elevators. Disgusting. I really hope the UFC denied Jones off the White House. Bro tucked his tail and ran, wasting a year of Tom's career. Yeah, the thing is, yeah, John Jones is going to suck his way back into that card. And he's one of the biggest names in the sport, so he's probably going to get it. But Dana may mog him and go, yeah, you can come back, but you've got to fight the winner of Tom and Garn. Yeah, year of Tom's career because he was too scared. And he's admitted that John Jones has since faux pas and admitted that he agreed to take the fight and then backed out of it. So this is now law. This is now part of the MMA mountain. It is what it is. By the way, guys, I know that most of you are probably subscribed anyway, but I'm going to throw this out anywhere. We are roughly 450 subs. I know, which is a lot. No, sorry, 350 subs. 350 subs away from 2,000 subs, which would be fucking amazing. It's going to change my life in no way whatsoever, but it would be nice to see a 2K next to my name. Ben Shapiro is kind of good looking. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't really rate men like that, but you know, I guess your opinion needs to be taken into consideration. Michael, what does your gaydar tell you about Shapiro? Not all gay men have good gaydar, you know. It doesn't come with the badge. I wanted to either see a Poatan fight with either Aspinall or Garn. I think the Poatan and the Jones fight makes way more sense. Oh, you think Shapiro is bisexual? Interesting. That wouldn't surprise me. Jordan Peterson is the only person on the Daily Wire. Jordan Peterson's amazing. I really like him. I know he flacks a lot of shit, but that's a guy that's truly, truly based. The word based gets thrown around way too much these days, but he's based. As a cool straight gay, Shapiro's sister is a milk truck. Is she? She's got the prosperous sweater meat, does she? Excellent. Northwest, I hate Mr. Shapiro. I bet Mr. Shapiro speaks better than you. Good Lord, the pacing he talks is lightning fast. Your brain can't register that pacing. Shapiro is a very smart guy. There's no doubting that. Bad MMA math, are you gay? Nah, I know that disappoints you and you're probably going to leave the stream now. But I'm sorry, I'm not. Strictly a vagina enthusiast. Sorry, man. Shapiro is a pedophile. Wow, that's harsh. George Gilbert, how you doing, man? Welcome back to the channel. Like I said, if you guys could fucking like the stream, I'd really appreciate it. I would really appreciate it. And also, if you wouldn't mind chucking up a vote on this really shitty poll I've got going on, I'd also appreciate that as well. Hitting the poll is almost as good as throwing up a like. It helps. Thoughts on Jordan Peterson's daughter secretly poisoning him to death? What? What do you mean? Poisoning him to death? How you doing? Not in the AM, bro. You're in Australia, aren't you? Fucking love Australians, man. Australians are going to be taking over MMA YouTube sooner or later. It's on the cards. True, man. His sister has massive yams. Is this true? All right, let's check this out. Ben Shapiro, sister. Let's check this out. Bit horsey for my liking. Let's see what we've got. She looks like a man. She looks like a man, but she does have fucking. Literally, the first thing that popped up was milkers. Hilarious. I'm gonna be real with you guys, though. Yeah, this is gonna sound a little bit fucked up to you, but because I'm face first, even if a girl has massive whammos, we'll call them whammos just for now. I'm not fucking. I'll be honest. Face, ass. What was third? I forgot. Shapiro is well spoken, but in my opinion, he's shown signs of closeted yet extreme racism. I used to like the bro until recent. What exactly did he say that's kind of led you to come to that conclusion? You're not. You're in the US. Why did I think you were Australian? That sentence hitting the poll started off weird. It did. But it wouldn't be a Fight Night Frankie stream without a closeted undercover comment. Do you know what I mean? Brother, you're based. I don't know if I qualify for that. I do stand on my opinions, but I'm also subject to change. Like if things come up that I believe I've been wrong about, I'm willing to alter my opinion. And based people stick to what they believe in no matter what. Kayla Peterson is mighty fine. This is the first I ever heard of her poisoning her dad. I thought she had some affection, same affection as him. Wait, she killed him? What do you mean she killed him? You mean she tried to kill him? Jordan Peterson isn't dead, right? Face, legs, butt, but no. I mean, I'd go face, butt, boobs, leg. Actually, no, you're right. I'd switch legs and butt around. Anyway, sorry. Frankie, find me a tubby, pale British lady, preferably easy and fatherless, mate. You've been to the UK. They are a dime a dozen around here. For me, it's face, butt. I'm kind of down with that as well. I think face should be first. Face should be first. Face, but well, do you know what? If I start getting into this, we're going to be doing this all night. Jordan Peterson has had a mental breakdown. Nah, I don't like people that have feet fetishes. I find them disgusting. Is Makhachev the greatest of all time? Nico SLT, I'm going to be honest with you. He's in the conversation now. I would have him as fourth. I've got Mighty Mouse 1, GSP 2, John Jones 3rd, and now Islam Makhachev 4th. Anderson Silva 5th, Volkanovski 6th, Ilya Topuria 7th. Do you know of Irish collar and elbow wrestling? I learned of it the other day. Basically, it's the same rules as blind judo. I've never heard of that. For me, it's personality. Get the fuck out of here. Personality isn't even on my list, mate. His whole obsession with the George Floyd incident, the whole 13% half the crime stats, which is based on arrests, not convictions, his hatred of black hip hop. I don't know. It's too much evidence. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess when you put it that way. The thing is, though, the statistics are kind of, I don't know. I don't want to get into this because I've got nothing against black people. I don't want to sound like one of those guys. I like fit girls, not shredded, childbearing hips and beautiful eyes. This man gets it. I like petite, but like popping. Do you know what I mean? Which is very hard to find. I'll be honest. Pork chop. All of the British Isles has indigenous martial arts. We have nearly 3,000 years of culture here, mate. Exactly. Mogged yet again. So yeah, I do like fit. I don't like muscles in women whatsoever. I think it's gross. I don't want to roll over and feel like a fucking six pack or like triceps. Yo, Volkanovski is better than Topuria. It's crazy. He got beat so bad. Nah, but it's more what he's done. Topuria has 3 elite wins on his record, whereas Volk, in my opinion, with the defenses and the fact that he was kind of washed or more washed. I mean, Volk just fucking beat the shit out of Diego Lopez, which is still impressive. No love is forever. I don't like guys. Have you ever been involved into boxing and martial arts? So when I was younger, I did a bit of judo and wrestling, but that's about it. I've never done any striking. And it shows. Western physiognomy never lies. Physiognomy never. I've never heard that word before. But yeah. Hopefully, I'm all caught up with the chat now. Perfect. Women that are too shredded are infertile most of the time. That's a fair point. How you doing, Meowstar? Nice to meet you, sir. I didn't know UK had wrestling programs. Yeah, we do. We have some wrestling gyms. What's your qualification, my G? I've got a master's in English literature and educational studies. Michael, what's the gay Maslow's hierarchy of physical attributes? That's a very, very good question. You see, now we're getting deep into this. I like that. How you doing, Yuri? Hooker and Mohammed option in the poll looks like the name of a Nina Drama Dagestani podcast, 100%. What about the Jake Paul fight versus AJ? What's your take on it? I think it's embarrassing, Nico. I think it's terrible. It's obviously just a fucking money grab. Jake Paul's obviously desperate at this point to get those view counts he needs on Netflix. I'm kind of disappointed in AJ, but I've never really liked him anyway. I've always thought he's cringe and annoying. So this is the potential to be embarrassing for most men, because if AJ doesn't chin him in the first round, he's going to look like a fucking joke. And if Jake Paul makes it out and makes himself look somewhat respectable, then it makes everything look shit. So there's a lot of risk for embarrassment here. They voted yes in the Senate to release the Epstein files. I guess Trump is fucked then. Well, more fucked. UK doesn't really have elite wrestling, though. It's not as common in school. Yeah, it's not. I wouldn't call it elite wrestling by any stretch of the imagination. But you can learn the fundamentals of what good wrestling means. How to get a good underhook, how to get a good underhook, how to get good positions. You can learn the basic things. Wellmaker is literally me, but I'm nowhere near successful. My fights aren't even logged anywhere officially. Okay, are you like trained as a mixed martial artist, or do you have a specific thing that you base yourself on? I always loved the way AJ carried himself publicly, but his personality does slip sometimes. AJ's personality was about hooking in all the housewives in the UK, and he was damn successful at it for a long time. Every woman above 30 would have sucked AJ's dick without question for about 5 years. Any of them. Any of them. But the mask has slipped a little bit. Nothing ever happens to Trump. Yeah, true. John Jones has got like the same Trump has got the same John Jones thing. He's done so many fucked up things that nothing matters anymore. I'm not saying you like guys. I meant, how do you feel about stretch marks on guys? Why would I have that opinion? Why would I care about that? No, I don't give a fuck. I don't have a singular opinion about that. Stop trying to out me, sir. I'm clinging into the closet for as long as I can. What in the Chevy Daniel Radcliffe is this? Do you know what, Darth? Fair play to you. The Chavi Daniel Radcliffe thing is a fair comment, and I've got no rebuttal for that. Well done. Anyone who wants to get at me, you need to put this insult in the back pocket, because this is the fairest thing that anyone's ever said to me. I hope AJ knocks that clown out. I mean, he's expected to. So it doesn't really matter, does it? Daniel Chadcliffe. That could be the new channel name. Daniel Chadcliffe. Who has heard the rumors about Trump and Bill Clinton? What about them? Nah, Trump will be fine. He ordered an investigation into the files regarding his name, so they will not be allowed to be released, that portion. So what's the point? JDM looks so defeated against Makachev. Do you think he got injured? Nah, I just think he got fucking destroyed. My wife died in COVID, man. How old was your wife? Like 90? Rest in peace. You got opinion on the London condition nowadays, like the robbery and all that shit, people suffering because of that, or is it just typed up on social media? I don't live in the UK, but I feel bad for the British. A lot of it is hype. We've had problem with like knife crime and people robbing each other in London for fucking decades. This is not a new thing. Blaming the immigrants is not a new thing either, though. We do it every generation or so. Ilya Tapuria, when Trump said big beautiful bill, he was definitely taking it out of Clinton. I'm sure he is. So is the Clinton Bushes. Oh yeah, they're like the crime family, aren't they? They're like the mafia. I read Sean Atwood's book on it. Very insightful. You should check it out. Do you believe me that I thought AJ had Muhammad Ali mentality before the Usyk fight? I believe you. A lot of people bought into the AJ fight. But to be fair to AJ, he only started boxing when he was 18. So for what he's achieved, he's done amazing things. Prince Andrew is definitely in the files. Hell, that pic of him and Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell and Virginia Giuffre is already down. Oh no, Prince Andrew's done, mate. He's a no-nonce. I mean, but nothing's gonna happen to him. He's obviously a member of the royal family. He's cool. There's a video of Trump blowing Bill allegedly. No. And I imagine they reciprocated. I'm more belief that they both did it to each other. What do you think, bro? Can Ilya beat Makachev? At 117, no fucking chance. He'll get pancaked. But at 155, I think he knocks his head off. So what's going to need to happen is one of them is going to have a big enough aura, or be the big enough star where they can go, nah, you're coming here, or nah, you're coming here. Do you know what I mean? And I honestly think that Islam, there's no chance in hell that Islam ever goes back to 155. So I think that fight is dead. Unless Ilya wins 2 fights, probably 155. And I think it could happen potentially just because it looks like Ilya doesn't want to fight Arman Tsarukyan. And if Arman Tsarukyan destroys Hooker on Saturday night, which I'm expecting, we might get it sooner than we think. I think it's going to be Islam versus Usman, then Islam versus Tapuria, and then he retires. Apparently Putin has it. That would be amazing. Are guns legal, or are they just too hard to get legally so most people don't bother? You can get guns legally in the UK. You can get gun licenses, but you can only use them in specific situations, as far as I understand it. Harry Potter, if you remained in the broom closet and watched men fight. Fucking hell. Please do not give any of this ammunition to Clown Show, because I might actually get caught. Slipping. Nothing is going to happen to the files. They will most likely be heavily redacted. Oh, they'll have to be. If you had to fight one in an alleyway for your life, Brian Shaw or Francis Ngannou, I'd go with Brian Shaw just because he's likely to be more inexperienced, and I can maybe get around him and run. What dwarf? Ilya won't do shit to Islam at any weight. You're a hater and you're incorrect. Stop being a hater, sir. Ilya knocks his head off at 155 because he does have good scrambles. And but Islam will be too big for him at 170. Ilya versus Islam or Ilya versus Hamzat. Imagine how fucking terrible Islam versus Hamzat would be. At least what could be interesting about that fight is they would both be forced to stand and bang. I think Ilya would beat Hamzat Chimaev. Michael, did you know that Mixed Martial Artist is our resident gay mod? He is. He is. Mixed Martial Artist is our resident gay mod. He's our representative. We've got women. We've got some black people. We've got some gay people. I need a dwarf now. So the next dwarf that comes into this chat is getting modded, just because I don't want to get cancelled. Morales will beat Islam. Carsten gets it. I think Morales has the best chance. Of anyone who's in the welterweight division at the moment, I give him the best chance. He looked sensational. No Rishu for the 1 millionth time today. I'm not gay. Clown Show is RIP. Nah, he's still fucking around on kick. We haven't stamped him out quite yet. What do you think Islam's going to do next? Defend the belt or he's definitely going to defend. He's not going back to 155. There's no fucking chance. How you doing, Brassy? Who do you think's better, Ilya or Islam? I think Ilya's the better mixed martial artist. I think he's more well-rounded. He's got fucking nukes in his hand. But I think Islam would just pancake him at 170. Sometimes the best mixed martial artist doesn't win. As we learned last Saturday, size, when the skill disparity is not that broad, size matters. It absolutely does. In all walks of life. I'm not hating. You people don't know how Islam is levels above everyone. That's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. As soon as Islam you saw it in the third round, as soon as Islam started to go on the feet with JDM for more than a minute, he got touched up. But he went straight to what works, and I respect that. He's not levels above everyone as a mixed martial artist. What is your best athlete, all sports combined? Oh, man, I couldn't even begin to answer that. I could not even begin to answer that. That's too difficult. Frankie, I saw you in MMA Now 27 chat last night. Did you know he actually has autism? I don't know. Didn't know about that. It's not like you can really tell. Views on Usman, Islam's cousin. Usman is a better mixed martial artist than Islam, in my opinion, because his striking is genuinely elite. Unfortunately, he's a cheating little scumbag. Islam is going to fight Usman, then retire, or Usman Tapura, then... Carsten, I said the exact same thing at the beginning of the stream. I said it's Usman, then Ilya, then he retires. Bam. I want to get touched. How you doing, Big Boss 1984? How is he more well-rounded when his grappling and wrestling is zero? Tapuria's. You haven't watched Tapuria fights, and you haven't seen him on the regionals. You are an idiot, sir. Like and subscribe. Matt Hughes or Khabib prime for prime? That is a tough question. Clown Show is gone from kick too. Wow. What do you have to do to get knocked off kick? Jesus Christ. I didn't think that was possible. But yeah, I do think Usman's very good. He's just a cheating little cunt. Islam shut down the Craig Jones octopus guard. The man came prepared with a game plan. Islam game plans very well. YouTube Live makes good money. I'm not monetized, so I don't make money at all. Do you think Kurt Angle would have succeeded in MMA? He had the best chance. He had the best of all WWE fighters. In my opinion, he had the best chance. Islam should fight Shavkat and Marat. He should fight. He's not going to fight either of them. Shavkat, there's a small chance, but he's definitely not fighting Morales. It's going to be Kamaru. I'm telling you, it will be Kamaru Usman, and then it will be Ilya Tapuria. If Ilya Tapuria wins. How you doing, Tabor? What's good, man? Frankie doesn't do it for the money. He was born into a very wealthy London family. Bullshit. Not true. I grew up broke, mate. Single parent, council estate. That's the realness. In my opinion, I think size doesn't matter. that much in striking. I would say Ilya is so hard. What do you think? Ilya has very underrated grappling and scrambling. I'm telling you, Ilya has not shown the full extent of what you can do on the ground. You're going to find out. Can you fight? A little bit. I mean, I'm not fucking Muhammad Ali out here, but I can hold my own. I'm not bitch made. Lol, I think you should switch to gaming content or anything else. Obviously, you don't know shit about MMA. What? Because I'm not sucking off your fucking boy. I think Islam Makhachev is an incredible fighter. You going on like he's a fucking striking savant and incredibly well-rounded is retarded. He's not even the most well-rounded person in his family. So suck my dick. And like and subscribe. Something tells me Morales surprisingly may have the best chance against Islam. Morales or Shavkat for me are the only chances we've got at welterweight. I genuinely think that. I think he crushes Ilya at welterweight, no problem. I think it will look like what he did to JDM. Islam is going to get 2 easier fights and paydays rather than actual real contenders, and they talk about the legacy. I think so as well. He needs to get Topuria on his resume if he keeps winning, because that's the only fight to make. What's the story with Dylan Dennis? He said something racist and sat next to the guys he insulted. Well, he's been saying stuff about them being inbred and shit online, and he's obviously got long-standing beef after the whole Khabib thing. But he got into the wrong area. It wouldn't surprise me if he stumbled in there on purpose to get clout, though, because he's that kind of guy. And to be fair, Dagestani brawls are way more entertaining than Dagestani fights. Shavkat missed his chance. It depends. It really depends. If they match Shavkat up with, say, a Morales and he wins that, he's guaranteed. I think if they make that fight, either of those men are guaranteed, even above Gary. Anyway, I've got about 10 minutes left to hang around. So get your questions in last minute. Also, if you wouldn't mind participating to the poll, I'd really appreciate it. And do like the stream. It really helps. Frankie rocking that quarter zip piece. I had it all the way down when the stream started. Kind of fucked up. I'm not even an Islam fan. You're just a typical delusional fanboy. A fanboy of who? A fanboy of who? If you're going to say something like that, back it up. Who am I a fanboy of? Islam is a decent striker. He is not an elite striker. I'm sorry if that hurts your sensibilities. Did you ever get that job? Yeah, I got the promotion email on Monday. And I wasn't that chuffed about it, to be fair. Shavkat finishes Islam in the third. I think Shavkat and Islam would be razor close. Razor close. But I do think Morales has a chance of finishing Islam, the way he fights. Islam could go the rest of his career without losing a fight. And again, I'm not hating on Islam. I'm not. I think Islam's and even Witch King here is talking shit. Doesn't matter. I don't have a problem. I'll knock you the fuck out before. Yeah, but again, you're hiding behind a keyboard. It's very easy for you to talk this shit, mate. You're hiding behind a keyboard. You could be 4 foot tall or 8 foot tall. So it's very easy for you to talk without anybody knowing what you're bringing. So shut the fuck up. Anyone who comes on here and talks that shit is clearly weak-minded. Congrats anyway. I appreciate that, bro. Did you ever get some ganja? No. Bodak was supposed to bring me some, but he got unwell. So the search continues. I've got to stop looking like a narc. No, I appreciate it, lads. I'm not sure I'm all that pleased about it, but it's another ring on the, it's another rung on the bow. Or sorry, another string on the bow. So I'm pretty happy about it. Love the fit, by the way. Yeah, I love these sweaters, these old man sweaters. Yeah, give it to Shavkat, Murat. Well, Shavkat probably needs more as well. It's been that long. How you doing at BN? What's good, man? Card was fucking crazy, mate. It was a great card until the co-main and main event absolutely ruined it. Is it hard to get green in the UK? It is for me, because I haven't smoked weed in like 20 years. So I don't know anyone. I like this stream subbed, mate. Shout out to you, Witch King. I do like a little bit of back and forth. I hope you don't get offended. When I call you a cunt, it's like a term of endearment. I'm about to throw some bottle and hope it makes it across the ocean to you. Shout out, bro. You look more like a nonce. That hurts my feelings. It's not the first time someone said that I look like a nonce, but it is what it is. Weed is medicine, dummy. We don't really get that here in the UK, though. You can get medicinal cannabis, but you have to have a really good excuse, and I'm not willing to go full retard to get it. Mike Tyson versus Brock Lesnar versus Bruce Lee. I think Mike Tyson could beat the fuck out of both of them on the same night. Easily. Fentanyl is also medicine, dumbass. Yeah. But no, shout out to you, Witch King. I do like a little bit of back and forth. The thing is with the Islam thing, like I said, I think he's a phenomenal fighter. I just got done saying he's on GOAT Mountain. But I don't think he's hands down the most well-rounded. Is 5'7" okay for welterweight? Absolutely not. Welterweights are getting bigger and bigger. You kind of have to be Jack Della Maddalena is what 5'10", 5'11", and he doesn't look like a big welterweight anymore. It's easier to get ladyboys in the UK than green. Also, what's a nonce? A nonce is a person that diddles kids. It's not the nicest thing to be called. I know it sounds very playful. You're nonce. But it's one of the worst things you can get called. Especially for somebody who has kids. That hurts. Brock would eat Tyson alive. No, he wouldn't. He'd get fucking chinned, mate. He'd get chinned. Unless he grabbed hold of him. Depends on the circumstances. I can see your argument. Yeah, we have some Manu KOs back to back, and I don't give a fuck about 50 million of grappling. Yeah, fair play. Ian Gary is 191 centimeters. How tall is that? Is that like 6'4"? 6'3"? This week's card is actually kind of nice. It is, man. The co-main and the main are actually really decent, and we should get a decent scrap out of that. Wow, Witch King's getting a lot of hate. Listen, Witch King's cool. He wasn't going at me. We were just having a little back and forth. It's all part of the game. Let's be fucking civil, boys. Let's be welcoming into the community. At least he's got an opinion and he's willing to stand by it. I respect that. But he was champion. Who was champion? What if he took him to the ground? If he took him to the ground, he'd fucking kill him. But again, it really depends on the circumstances. If they both know they're fighting and they've got a distance to cover first, Tyson just fucking... Prime Tyson's knocking his neck. But mind you, I don't know. It's tough. Anyway, Islam would lose. To who? The thing is, yeah, I thought that if Islam lost to JDM, right, we would be stuck in this hellhole where we've got no fucking chance. However, looking at Michael Morales and looking at Prates, there's still hope. The only problem that I've got is that I know he's not going to fight them. How you do? Mike Tyson started as a street fighter. Boxer was the only thing that restrained that man. Yeah, he needed it, or he would have gone to jail even sooner than he did. Shout out to Mike Tyson. I'm a head out. Bilal beats Gary. Arman mauls Hooker in the car. I kind of agreed. I think that could happen. I do think that Ian Gary beats Bilal, but I think he's going to have moments of adversity. 5'10" is okay for heavyweight. It depends how skilled and round you are. What's your best fight of all time? My best fight? Oh, wow. That's a tough one. I might go with, what'd you call it? Frankie Edgar and Gray Maynard. Because that was just, I like wars. I like fucking wars. But it kind of depends what kind of mood I'm in. This is going to sound like a fucked up thing to say, yeah, but Whaley and Joanna Jędrzejczyk is in my top 10. Just because women can't fight and they're shit, and yet that fight was amazing. So I feel like it deserves extra points for that. But I'd probably go with, in terms of like MMA fights, I'd go with Gray Maynard and Frankie Edgar because it was just unbelievable. Volkan Islam 1's a great fight as well. But you know what the thing is here? There was a fight that year. I think it was Ribovics and somebody else. Ribovics and somebody else had a fight that year, which for me was even better. Oh, Robbie Lawler and Rory McDonald was definitely up there. That's a top 10 fight for sure. Top 5 fight, you could argue. Have you seen all the stuff coming out about BJ Penn? Fucking hell, what's he done now? You forgot to mention Derek Lewis and Francis Ngannou. The thing is we've got Derek Lewis and Francis Ngannou, yeah. Yuri versus Glover. Fucking hell, that was a scrap. That was an amazing fight. I love Yuri Prohaska so much. Hello, guys. How you doing, Papa Eric? The thing about the Lewis and Ngannou fight is at least there was the danger of something could happen. Whereas with Rose and Carla was the most excruciating fight I've ever seen in my life. It was shit, and there was no chance that anything was ever going to happen. It's not on YouTube anymore. I don't know why. Which fight isn't? The Yuri versus Glover fight was fucking sensational. Read my last message. Oh, man, I can't be bothered to go all the way back. Hang on a second, Race. Matt Hughes versus BJ Penn. Ooh. Oh, that's a tough one. Prime BJ Penn was something special, but I think Matt Hughes was very underrated. I'm going to stay on the fence with that one. Cyril versus Arpinal. Conor McGregor is the legend. All right, guys. I'm sorry to do this to you, but I'm going to have to fuck off now because it's really late and I've got work in the morning and I've had no sleep. So, shout out to you boys. I'm going to be back on Thursday for another stream. I'll do Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the usual 4-day block. Shout out to everyone in the stream. If you wouldn't mind liking the stream before you head off, I'd really appreciate it. And contributing to the poll would be really nice. We've got 65 votes, which is really amazing. I want Ilya versus Islam. Alex Mercer, I want it as well. And we are one step closer to getting it, to be fair. Big Boss, shout out to you. Shout out to everyone who participated in the chat tonight. It's been amazing, as always. Really good stream. Enjoyed the hell out of it. You guys always make this what it is. Like I said, like if you haven't, subscribe if you haven't. We'll be back on Thursday. We're going to be doing a few more. Got a few more polls coming up. Not polls. Panels coming up. I'm going to be working with some other creators as well. Some new ones that I haven't in the past. So look out for that. Bro, 5'10" is okay for heavyweight. I don't think it is though. Or Thursday, mate. Cheers. Thursday. Yeah. It wasn't a what if, dude. Oh, it happened thrice. What, you mean BJ Penn and Matt Hughes? Yeah, I know they fought. I'm just saying I don't know who I'd pick out of the two of them. I thought that's what you were saying. All right, I was saying hi, Raise. I put Rise instead. No worries. All right, guys. Much love to all of you. Appreciate the hell out of each and every one of you. You have no idea how much I love this community and appreciate all of you. I will be back, as I said, on Thursday. Same time, same place, same dog shit channel. Guys, in a bit. And shout out to all the mods for taking care of business as always. In a bit, my guys.